Hi everyone, Aiden here at the eTrailer. Today we're taking a look at the eTrailer folding and tilting cargo carrier on our 2020 Kia Sorento. A cargo carrier and a hitch-mounted one at that is a great way to carry some extra gear with you that maybe can't fit inside the vehicle, or maybe it's messy stuff. Things like sports equipment, hiking gear, camping gear, stuff from the beach, or maybe mulch and soil from the hardware store that you don't want to potentially spill and make a mess inside your vehicle. You can keep that stuff out here on a cargo carrier, keep the mess outside, and then when it's all unloaded, just spray it down with a hose and you're good to go. This one's going to be an exceptionally capable one. It's a steel construction, so it's nice and sturdy. And it's got this mesh bottom, so if it does have any sort of water or moisture, it won't pool up. And as far as the weight capacity, it can hold up to 500 pounds, which is great. Actual dimensions of the cargo carrier, we can check out from inside edge to inside edge of the side rails. As far as the width goes, it's going to be 60 inches or 5 feet. And then the depth is going to be 24 inches or 2 feet. And that's going to give you a lot of space. Maybe if you're using this for a vacation, you can keep coolers, some luggage back here, get it all strapped down, and you're good to go. One thing I will caution you against with your exhaust here on the right side, if you do have something like a cooler or something that's heat sensitive, don't put it on the same side as the exhaust, because we have had cases where people have that plastic melt. Here, there's a pretty good distance, but I'd still just avoid it and maybe put that stuff over on the left side. With this, we can check out some of the other features like the tilting. To do that, we've got a series of pins and clips. We want to undo both of them. And as you apply a little bit of upward pressure, take out this final pin, and you can tilt the whole cargo carrier down. What this does is allow you to gain access to the back of your vehicle without having to unload the carrier. Now, if everything is strapped down properly, it'll just stay right here where it's supposed to be, and we don't have to worry about how high we're stacking it up. With some other carriers, you have to think about how high you stack your gear, but so it doesn't block the hatch access. But with this, it'll let us stack it up as high as we need to, and we don't have to worry about blocking anything. I'll go ahead and put these pins and clips back in, and we can get some measurements. The first one we want to think about is our ground clearance. At the back end here, we are getting 11.5 inches of clearance, so just watch out for steep driveways and hills. Our overall distance added to the back is going to be 40 inches, so it does stick out a fair bit, but you do have the ability to fold it upright. So if you want to leave it in the hitch, but it's maybe unloaded or empty, maybe we got to our vacation destination and we don't need to have it loaded up, we can fold it up to make it easier to fit into parking spaces. And actually, we can leave this top pin in if we want. Just remove that bottom one, fold it upright, and then reinsert it in the bottom hole here to keep it locked in. This one can be a little bit tricky to align. Just shake the carrier back and forth if you need to help get those pinholes aligned. Resecure it with the clip. And now, it's only going to be sticking out about 14 inches, so it's a lot more manageable and more condensed. I will say, in the folded state, it's going to pretty much completely block your backup camera, but your license plate remains somewhat visible through the mesh. Down at the bottom, it's got a 2-inch by 2-inch shank, so that'll work with our 2-inch hitches, and it's got an anti-rattle bolt, keeping things solid in that hitch. I would always recommend upgrading to a locking anti-rattle bolt. We have one that'll work with this carrier just fine, and I think it's a great accessory to your Sorento. It's going to allow you to carry a lot more gear or oversized stuff, and just be an overall asset to increasing the functionality of your vehicle. Thanks for watching.
Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action. This simulates turning corners or evasively maneuvering. Once we get to the full speed bumps, we'll see the up and down action. This will be just like driving in and out of a parking lot, parking garage, or driveway. Once we get to the alternating speed bumps, we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or pothole, or driving over uneven pavement.